Hello again, wholeness. Welcome to my channel. My name is Rashida Silvertree, and here's another video on the rise of the matriarch. She is rising. She is here. She is ever omnipresent. And this video is titled, "But you were supposed to heal me." This has to do with having connections with people, jobs, relationships, friendships, family, friends, that they don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work. I'm a big one on protecting one's life force energy. And once you begin to know and learn what that means and what that is, which I'll definitely get into in this on my channel here, but sometimes we enter in relationships and partnerships, my dear women, my dear women out there, where we become the mother or the parent of our lover. This is not their fault. This is not your fault. This is just, it is what it is. It has to do with a lot of our, again, unhealed mother wounds and father sins. And so what tends to happen is that a lot when, after you get through the hormonal oxytocin or oxycontin, did I say oxycontin? Oh my God. it's oxytocin, I think. Please correct me below if I messed that up. But it's a type of hormonal release in the brain that creates that high that you feel when you're, or serotonin. I gotta do more study on this, okay? So please forgive me. But it's that feel good hormone that's released within the body when you are sexually, intimately, creating that bond with someone that you love and that you want to share your life with, right? And so after about 6 months to, they say about maybe 3 years or so, that begins to rub off. So 6 months to 3 years typically. But what happens is that a lot of our mommy and daddy issues pop up. And then all of a sudden, things aren't hot and heavy anymore. There's very little romance. You're missing that unique, intimate, romantic, loving exchange that you would have with someone in a long-term relationship. Why? Why? Because you become the parent of the other, and they become your parent. And when we don't, our expectations aren't being fulfilled in the areas that are, that we need, like I need you to be my mommy or I need you to be my dad. We don't outright say that. That's really creepy, okay? No one says, oh, be my mom, oh, be my dad, but it is an expectation. It's a demand. You find that you're trying to fill a hole in someone that can never be filled. You don't know, there's no bottom to the pit. And the person is unaware of this. They don't know. And so that phrase of, oh, but you're supposed to heal me. You're supposed to hold my hand through this. You're supposed to stand by me. You're supposed to show up for me at my weakest moment. You're supposed to do this. It's too much. No one is ever supposed to be your everything. No one is ever supposed to be your everything. That is unhealthy, it's not stable, and it tarnishes, again, that special, unique connection that you have with that other person. Sometimes, and not just in romantic relationships, you'll have a child, an adult child, who relies on their parents well into their adulthood, and the parents don't let them go. And that parent-child connection that, sometimes it needs to break so that child can develop their autonomy and their independence. It's still there. It's still being fed. And that causes and can cause a big problem. That person begins to feed off the other. And the person giving and giving and giving and giving becomes drained. And also, it's almost like you're like, well, this is my purpose in my life, is to take care of them, is to parent them through this, is to heal them through this, their issue. Because that is what the definition of a loving, supportive partner is, or a loving, supportive parent is, or a loving, supportive friend or sibling. Anytime someone tries to trick you or to make you feel bad or guilty for choosing you, for choosing your own health and your own healing over theirs, it's not a good thing. What that person usually needs is a break, is a separation. The only way for that to stop is that they are cut off cold turkey. That's happened to me before. Really. I was cut off cold turkey. I ignored the signs, I ignored the pleas, and when I was cut off, boy, did I feel it. I felt everything that I ignored. I felt every hole that I expected this person to fulfill in me. I guess you could say it was codependency. You can definitely, most definitely, I think that's exactly what it was. I was very young at the time, very green. But a lot of the time, we don't necessarily know how much we need to love ourselves and to parent ourselves until we're cut off. Until we can't use that other person as supply anymore. I went in, I think, it was one of my first loves. I went into a deep, I would say, situational depression for about, I think, maybe 4 months. It was during the summer. So that's the worst time to be depressed, right? And by far, it was hell. You know? But now that I look back, I know exactly why I needed that for my growth. And I'm so grateful for it. Your responsibility, your main responsibility is you, not anyone else. You cannot take over someone else's healing. You would be robbing them of a very important event that would help them to evolve their human being. You would be stagnating their growth. And I'm specifically talking to the people that are trying to micromanage another person's healing. I did that. You cannot micromanage someone else's potential to evolve beyond their limitations. You can't do that. You can't make it your job. Because you're going to reach a point where you're going to need what you're giving. And they're not going to be able to give you anything. So that's just the message for today, the seed I wanted to plant into your heart, into your ears and your being. Um, don't allow yourself to be used, and also don't try to control someone else's need for growth. And sometimes people will fight you on that. What are you talking about? I don't need to be on my own. I need you. No, you need you. You need you. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. I still have so much to share with you all. And yeah, be on the lookout for my rune readings, Runes of Silver Tree. And so yes, please take care. Remember to expand your consciousness, evolve your human being, and embrace supreme loving guidance. Thank you.